Hello, and thank you for joining me for this Astro Mindfulness and Astrology look at the new moon in Sagittarius. My name's Sonia. As we look at this new moon in Sagittarius, it falls in the temple of Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruler, and Jupiter's known as the great benefic. It brings energy which we regard as good. It's energy of expansion, gifts of wisdom. It can expand our beliefs, so it's generally things that we enjoy. This moon can be seen as quite challenging. So this new moon is occurring in the temple of Jupiter, but Jupiter at the moment is travelling through the temple of Venus in Taurus, which is on the other side of the sky. What we look at in astrology is we look for where the rays are cast. So where Jupiter in Taurus is currently casting its rays, those rays can't reach the moon where it currently is in Sagittarius, and equally where the sun and the moon are casting their rays from Sagittarius, they're not reaching Jupiter. So there's a kind of disconnect, a blind spot. And so in astrology we see that as the moon lacking in the resources and the abundance that it would usually get when it's in Sagittarius, the abundance that its host can provide while it's in Sagittarius. So although the energy is good and it's enjoying the beneficence of its host, this generous Jupiter in Sagittarius, when it has needs, Jupiter is unable to meet those needs. And adding to these challenges that the moon is experiencing at this time, we also see that the moon has just passed Mars, and Mars is in co-presence. And that brings this phase of fervent and assertive energy. Mars can always sometimes be willing and ready to fight, and can sometimes be seen to cut us off from things. So usually with a new moon we're seeing new energy coming in, but at the same time with Mars that can be removing things. So it's a bold energy. It can also amplify the quest-like nature of Sagittarius, bringing in a call to action, an exploration, but also a leaving behind of things that are no longer suited to us. Because you've got this quest-like nature, you're not going to carry with you things that are too heavy, a lot of baggage. Amidst all of this, there's another tension, which is that there's a square aspect with Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune is a planet of dreams and spirituality and illusions. It can bring confusion in, but it can also bring insights, lift a veil as well. So it's bringing like this enigmatic influence, which is like a strange juxtaposition of both tensions and possibilities, especially with the challenges that are being faced. But it's also a time where you could receive quite deep insights, particularly like from watching your dreams. Whenever planets are talking to each other or casting rays, there's energy and information coming and an exchange of knowledge and wisdom. So whether the aspect or the ray is a more benefic and supportive sextile or trine, or whether it's a square and it's tension, that square that's bringing tension also has the opportunity to bring something even greater, even though you might have to work a bit harder for it. We enjoy the rewards that we've worked harder for sometimes, things that just arrive that we haven't worked for or look forward to, we can sometimes take for granted. So sometimes if we've had to put a little bit of work in, really strive for something, it can become more meaningful to us. Something challenging comes along and you can recognise that that's what's going on, and you can understand that yes, you do need to push that a little bit harder this time, and you understand that there is that possibility of a reward if you do. It gives you that understanding that that's what's happening, and the opportunity to make the most of the energy that's there for you. So I hope that's helpful in understanding really what this new moon is offering while it's in this temple of Sagittarius, where there's this quest for truth and meaning. And if you can see any of that going on in your life, if you have opportunity, if there's a seeding of aspirations for you, or a journey to seek knowledge, new wisdoms, travel, even anywhere where you're exploring any sort of uncharted territory within yourself, or within your world, anything that's new, take that opportunity. So now if you're ready, we'll begin the Astro Mindfulness exercise. So I'd like to invite you to make yourself comfortable so that you'll be comfortable to go through the exercise, whether you decide to sit or lie down. You can also do the exercise walking if you feel that that's more comfortable for you. And just settle yourself into the present moment. And gently bring your attention to your breathing. Become aware of your breath as it enters your body and again as it leaves your body. Can you become curious about the breath? Can you become curious about the air that you're breathing in? And notice how it travels through your body. Notice if you pause between breathing in and breathing out. You don't need to alter your breathing in any way. Just notice everything you can. And if you find your mind wandering, as minds are often doing, that's okay as well. Just gently bring it back to what you're doing. And know that you're practicing mindfulness every time you do that. So if that happens again as we go through the exercise, just gently bring it back. Congratulate yourself for noticing and gently bring your mind back. And as you breathe in and notice the air travelling through your body, tracing its journey, do you notice where it touches a certain part of your body more than any other? Maybe it's at the tip of your nose, rolling down your neck. Maybe it's in your chest, in your lungs, in your heart center. If you can identify a place where you feel your breath the most, focus on that place now. You may wish to close your eyes or just let your gaze rest gently downwards. As you do, you find yourself standing at the threshold of a vast, mystical forest. The trees seem familiar, and yet you don't recognize them. They're not like trees that you've seen before, and yet you know them. This is the domain of Sagittarius, the temple of Jupiter, a land of seekers. A path opens up before you, inviting you forward, and you willingly step into the land and travel into the forest. You breathe in the air, and all your senses feel like they've come alive, like never before. You feel the ground beneath your feet, earthy stability of Taurus, the distant echo of its ruler Jupiter's absence. Breathe in the air. Let your senses feed back to you. What can you see? What can you smell? How do you feel? In this new moon phase, the resources are scarce, but the spirit of exploration is vividly alive. And you venture deeper and deeper into the mystical forest. And you feel more and more excited on your quest. You feel like Mars is walking alongside you. You feel like Mars has lit a fire within you. bringing a sense of urgency to your quest, a call to action, encouraging you to embrace the questing nature of Sagittarius. You feel a sense of determination and courage as you stride forward. However, the path ahead is not without challenges. As you travel further along the path, you begin to realise that you're walking into mist. You can feel it on your skin, it feels different, and your eyes begin to feel more clouded. It's cooler now. You realise there's a river ahead that you begin to see emerging from the mist. It's an embodiment of Neptune's elusive and dreamlike energy. You start to realise that this is reflecting the tension between truth-seeking Sagittarius and the veils of illusion cast by Neptune. You stand by the banks of the river, observing its flow. You can barely see it through the mist, but you are acknowledging the uncertainty it presents. And you're not sure how to progress, that you're going to cross the river. You decide. You somehow instinctively know that you're meant to cross the river. You're going to trust your intuition and your inner wisdom. You step forward and trust that you will be able to cross. With each step, you confront the possibilities concealed within this tension. The mist parts occasionally, revealing glimpses of clarity and insight. You embrace these moments, acknowledging the blurred boundaries between reality and the dreamscape. Somehow, you've been able to walk across the water. You don't know how, but you've reached the other side. You don't understand it. You see a clearing in front of you, and a log is inviting you to sit down. You need a moment to breathe and reflect on what's just happened. Here, under the new moon in Sagittarius, you sit down and contemplate the significance of this new moon phase and what you've just experienced. You reflect on the limitations imposed by the absence of Jupiter's gaze and the abundance of Mars's assertive energy, courage and determination. Consider how these aspects shape your quest for truth and understanding, both in the mystical forest, but also in your own life. You're also going to turn your attention to Neptune's influence, the Misty River that tested your very perception. How does this tension between Sagittarius's pursuit of truth and Neptune's illusions manifest in your own life? Contemplate the possibilities that arise from navigating this paradoxical terrain. Somehow this is all too much to take in logically. Surrender logic and just sit and breathe with the Sagittarius new moon and allow it all to just be. Open yourself to the possibility of the new beginnings. Where this may occur in your life, know that you will accept any new challenge. As you breathe out, release any blocks or fears that may be limiting you. Breathe in, knowing that you are open to any new challenge. Breathe out, releasing any blocks or fears that may be limiting you. Breathe in, knowing that you are open to any new challenge. Breathe out, releasing any blocks or fears that may be limiting you. Now just reflect for a moment on anything that may have come up for you. Now you begin to understand that it's time to leave this place. As you stand up, the mist seems to have cleared, and you see a bridge. Was it there all the time? Instinctively you understand that you were always meant to have this challenge, and to have understood and learned what you did by trusting yourself and crossing the river in the way you did. But now you can travel back across the bridge, back along the path that you came, and back to the edge of the forest. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, stretch out your arms, move your hands, move your legs and move your feet, and return yourself to the room that you're in. I hope this information and this exercise helped you navigate the challenges of the Sagittarius New Moon. Thank you for joining me. I'd like to just remind you that my books are open for astrology readings, astro coaching and mindfulness coaching. Through the art of astrology, I can help you gain an insight and a deeper understanding of yourself, your relationships and the journey that you're on. We can analyse the positions of the planets at the time of your birth, and by doing this we can uncover the unique blueprint that influences your personality, your strengths and especially your challenges and life's purpose. Whether you're seeking guidance on your career, your love life, your personal growth, or indeed any other aspect of your life, astrology offers a profound way to explore the energies at play. During our session together, we can dive deeper into the details of your birth chart. We can discuss the significance of the sun, moon and rising sign for you, and look at your planetary placements and, more importantly, their relationship to each other and how that's playing out in your life. I can help offer insights into the current astrological transits and help you navigate life's transitions and make informed decisions. If you like, this helps you to live life more in flow with the universe rather than trying to swim against the current. Astrology is a tool for self-discovery and empowerment. It's about recognising your potential, embracing your authenticity and making the most of the energies that are surrounding you. So if you're at all curious about what the stars and the planets have to say about your journey, I'm here to guide you through this celestial map that is your birth chart. And if you'd like me to help you with that, I do offer a 15-minute free consultation where you can ask me any questions that you'd like to know before committing to a reading, so you can decide if I'm the right astrologer for you. So I'd love to meet you. If you think you'd like to go ahead with that, just click on the details at the bottom of this recording and you'll be able to see where to find me. Thank you.